beautiful people, welcome to the channel and the mode Tarot 1122. I hope everybody is doing well, vibing, chilling, doing your thing. Okay, looking good, feeling good, smelling good, and all of that. Let's see, hold on. All right, let's see what we got going on, who we're reading for. I hope everybody is, like I said, doing well. All right, so we got Libra. I think I read for Libra already. Let's see. I'm almost positive I did. Yep, I did. Alright, so anywho, let's move on. Let's do Scorpio, because Scorpio is on the bottom of the deck. Keep in mind that this is not going to resonate with everybody. Take what fits. Leave the rest. Feel free to check the other signs that I do post. If you like how I do my readings, hit that like button for your girl. Alright, let's see what we got going on. And if you would like to book a reading with me, look in the description box for the link to my website. Alright, let's see. Alright, give me messages for Scorpio. Okay, you might hear a lot of commotion going on in the background. One of my dogs, the crazy one, is flipping and rolling and doing what he does. He was sitting over there quiet and content, minding his business until I came in here. So there's that. Alright, let's see what we got going on. Alright, so we have material and spiritual prosperity happening here for you. Recognition and reward. June 3rd could be significant for somebody here as well. Alright, so this may be something that you have been waiting on. Alright, rest and rejuvenate. Alright, so it's just telling you to kick back. Wait for this to come through for you. That's crazy. We have 3, 6, 9. Okay, so somebody here, maybe you're doing that or did that manifestation ritual or whatever. All right, let's see. Give me messages, please, and thank you for Scorpio. Yeah, you got a new beginning here. All right, somebody here, you could start a new job. All right, let's see. Give me messages, please, and thank you. Oh, you got new love coming in here. Alright, passion ignited. Okay, Scorpio, I see you. Alright, let's see. Give me more here, please, and thank you regarding this situation with Scorpio. Alright, let's see. So, for somebody here, you could have been going through some type of major financial issues, but it looks like relief is coming here for you. And like I said, somebody here, you could get a new job or a raise here. All right, so let's see. What is material and spiritual prosperity? Waiting game. This is something you've been waiting on. All right, like I said, you could have faced a lot of obstacles and challenges here, but it looks like, you kept yourself in high vibration, knowing that when chaos comes, baby, it's only a season. Okay, so there's that. Yeah, remaining hopeful here. Like I said, you kind of kick back and just waited for things to come in and flow for you. All right, passion ignited again. Look at this. All right, so I don't know. All right, so it looks like you're making some wise moves when it comes to this person or whatever this new project is or whatever this is that has arrived for you. Let's see. Alright, you have prosperity begins. Look at this. Awareness. Alright, so got clarity about some situations, some stuff. Alright, maybe you're sowing some new seeds here. This newfound money or something, whatever this is, it looks like you are putting it to good use. Alright, also if this is love here as well, which is crazy, I just had heal and love on the bottom of the deck. It looks like you and your person are actually, protecting this connection here. It looks like it's growing here too. All right, let's see. Give me messages for Scorpio. Yeah, that's crazy. That just landed on love begins. This is something that you've been waiting for. Somebody here could be 26. 626 could be significant here as well. That could be somebody's area code. Let's see. Give me messages. What is hope and recognition? Somebody here may have felt helpless and hopeless in a situation, waiting for this to come through. 317 could be significant for somebody here. All right, let's see. Give me messages, but it looks like you have, you know, you're keeping faith. All right, it might have looked bleak for a little while, but it looks like, you know, you're very hopeful about a situation. Seeking answers from source here as well. Also, you may have been told to leave past people alone, past situations alone. This could have been why you were waiting. Yeah, waiting so long for something to come in. Somebody here was possibly trying to control an outcome of a situation. 817 could be significant here. It's here twice. All right, let's see. Give me messages here. Somebody you could be dealing with a Leo or have that in your chart. All right, so like I said, you know, you're just kind of waiting to see what unfolds in this situation. You're using the wisdom that you have, you know, learned from your previous experiences here. All right, and yeah, it looks like you're just going with the flow to see where this, you know, where it goes, where it grows. All right, and it's telling you to change your focus here as well. So in other words, don't focus too much on the outcome. Focus on, you know, the current situation. All right, so let's see. Give me messages, please, and thank you. All right, simply love. Yeah, somebody here is feeling alone. All right, but like I said, if this hasn't showed up for you, it looks like it is coming up here for you, but you got to let go of the past. Find some balance here. And what I mean by is let go of the past, failed relationships. If you're dealing with people that are not reciprocal here, you got to let that go. Be okay with being by yourself for a minute, you know, but don't settle for less than you know, desire and less than you deserve. All right, and find inner balance here. Yeah, because you got love coming in. But like I said, it looks like either someone moved on from past issues, past pain, or this is telling you that, you know what, you got to let some people go. All right, change of mindset here as well. All right, clarity of belief, absolutely, okay? So changing the way you see the situation here as well. All right, changing how you see yourself in this situation. That's crazy. All right, so we have love begins, clarity of belief, which both are number ones. So 11. And then we have awareness here, which is number 1, and passion ignited, number 1. So someone here, maybe you're going through a spiritual awakening or ascension here. Obviously, somebody here is ascending because they're changing their mindset, changing their frequency here. So I really like this for you. It looks like, you know, things are growing here. Yeah, it's coming together. Look at this. All right, and don't, you know, set, you know, obstacles in your path of this connection here. In other words, don't let doubt, fear, and all those things cloud your judgment and, you know, force you to sabotage your connection before it even gets started. All right, so with that being said, somebody here, you got some love coming in. Looks like things are blossoming. They are growing here as well. Just be mindful of what you pour your energy into. All right, because after all, you know, you receive what you are aligning yourself with. All right, so you got to be careful of the frequencies that you allow yourself to be in. All right, so going through a bit of depression, don't claim it. Just having a rough patch right about now. Things are going to be all right, okay? So there's that, and you have to not only speak it, but you have to believe that things are going to work in your favor, okay? All right, so let's see. No matter what it's looking like, because trust me, I have seen some things like, oh my God, it looked bleak as I don't know what, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, everybody's confused on how did that happen. So, you know, like I said, change your focus. You know, focus on the positive things, not the negative, because when you focus on the negative, you're going to get more of the negative. December could be significant for somebody here. All right, let's see what's going on for Scorpio. Scorpio, I think this is going to be pretty short. All right, cut and dry, straight to the point. I love it. I'm here for it. All right, so let's see. And keep your business to yourself. That part. People forever want to know what you got going on and all this other kind of stuff. It is what it is. As far as they know, nothing. Absolutely nothing. All right, your wish is about to be granted here. All right, you are highly thought of. Okay, I'm just saying. Let's see. Give me messages, please, and thank you. Unsuccessful outcome to a problem, but sometimes, you know, oh Lord, okay, sometimes you just have to burn the doggone bridge. It is what it is. For someone here, there could have been someone that you may have wanted a relationship to work out with, and source may have told you like, no, okay, get rid of that. All right, and one of the things that we have to realize is that sometimes, you know, there are certain things that you want in life or certain people that you want in life, but source or universe or higher power, the God within you, whoever you, you know, whoever you deal with, your ancestors, whatever, they might see some things coming down the line that you do not, okay? Sometimes the people that you would like to be in a relationship with, you may be settling for less than you deserve, okay? Not treated well. You could be dealing with people that are smiling in your face but got a whole bunch of ish to say when they're not in your presence, all right? You may be being saved from somebody who is going to be unfaithful in the future, okay? So sometimes you have to wait for who and what it is that you truly desire, okay? Like I say, put your order out there, baby, and you got to be patient enough to wait for it, but not waiting in frustration, okay? That part, your person may just, you know, fly up to you, you know, when you're least expecting it, okay? So try not to be frustrated, try not to be discouraged or whatever. Have faith. Put yourself in alignment with what you want. You're saying you want X, Y, and Z, but are you matching that energy? All right? And if you are, continue to do you, boo. Put yourself in settings and places like that where you're meeting new people. Be open to new. And when those past people, especially the ones that were not good to you at all, when they start to resurface back in your life, or you start to think about those people or whatever, considering going back to something that hurt you in the first place, or wait for somebody that has hurt you or not paid you any type of attention, ask yourself why. Okay? A lot of times these people and things like that show up when your blessing is right around the corner. All right? So just be, you know, have, what do you call it? Brain fart. In other words, you know, have strength to not fall for what is not good for you, okay? And a lot of times you forget what you pray for, what you ask for, what you aligned yourself with, and you're not seeing it come to fruition, so you give up hope. And just like, you know what, yeah, you just went to, and no shade for, you know, thrifting, but you just going, oh, okay, well, that'll look nice, I'll just go and get this, you know what I mean? But not knowing that you could have had something that hasn't been worn or used or whatever, and it was specifically tailored to fit you, okay? You asked for it, okay? So with that being said, just be patient, all right, in this situation. And if source is telling you to burn a bridge, cut it off, let it go, all right? And temptation will test you, so that's another thing there too. Like I said, you got to be mindful of what's trying to slither back into your life. And no shade against these people unless they're treating you really crappy. But sometimes you just don't align with the people that come into your life, all right? New opportunities and possibilities beckon. I said beckon. Oh my. All right. So new opportunities and possibilities and paths are opening up here for you. So like I said, you got a broken bridge here. That wasn't your destiny. All right. I'm just saying, you were supposed to come to that edge and look and see. And yeah, that's not for you. So you got detoured for something better. All right. You might be going through, you know, a little bit of frustration with the process, but don't give up. All right. And know that you will reap what you sow. So just be mindful of sowing negative seeds, because yeah, karma doesn't forget an address. A lot of people don't feel that way, but trust and believe, the energies that you vibrate out there, they never go void. They find its owner and come back. All right. Sometimes they gain momentum. All right. So needle and thread, a sincere wish will be granted, and that is clarifying a wishbone. All right. A wish is granted. A sincere wish will be granted, and a broken bridge here is all here. So like I said, you know, some of you or someone here, you could be separating from someone that was pretty, like, what did I tell you? It's pretty much like holding you back. All right. You could be feeling frustrated, tied down. All right. So with that being said, you have to be mindful of what you tether yourself to. All right. Negative thinking, negative people. You know, the thought of a negative outcome. I will never, and this isn't going to happen for me. If you speak that into existence, the universe is like, oh, okay. So this is what we doing. Shoot, I can just kick back and relax then. Go on with your bad self in that energy here. So, you know, I thought you wanted this and wanted that, but apparently not. For someone here, there's something that is weighing you down. Like I said, you were only possibly supposed to go with that person, with that job, with that situation, with that city, that town, whatever it is, that mindset, whatever it is, for a certain amount of time. There was something there that you were supposed to learn, experience, see, or whatever. For some of you, if you hadn't gone this far in this situation, you wouldn't appreciate what's coming towards you, all right? Or sometimes you possibly would have never run into these new opportunities hadn't you gone through this situation, okay? So try not to look at it in a negative light and like, oh my God, this is happening to me. This is happening to me. No, baby, it's happening for you. Sometimes, you know, I know they say that the quickest way to your destination is a straight line, but sometimes source is not like that, baby. You about to go through all kinds of twists, turns, meet people on your path, and all these other kind of things. And you know, some things didn't work out because sometimes, you know, people have to realize, you know, damn, I really have something good here and I need to make some changes. Or, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but sometimes you can be that person that the other person's like, you know what? Yeah, I don't want this in my life. I know what I actually need and what's best for me. This person is cool, but we are not in alignment. There's something missing there, okay? So sometimes we show up in other people's lives, you know, just like they show up in your life. Yeah, this ain't for me. I know what I want now. So when you're asking for something in your life or someone in your life, you learn how to be specific, all right? Lord, send me a man, send me a woman. That's exactly what you're going to get. But what's inside of that person? You understand? It's all cute and, yeah, body right and, oh, baby, looking good. But how is that person treating you? How does that person treat your family? Does that person want children? What are their, you know, their rearing ideas, you know, and things like that. You may find out after all that the way that this person thinks, the way that they feel, the way that they, you know, their belief system, sometimes you guys don't align with each other, you know, and sometimes people don't always tell you that. So you have to be okay with letting go, all right, because there is something here that, oh, wow. Okay, there is something here that someone was obligated to. I don't know why, but I said, I heard someone came in covenant with someone. So there could have been a marriage, an agreement, or something like that here that maybe somebody is letting go, a contract. All right, this could have actually been a career, like I said. All right, so it looks like you may have a new job or something like that coming in here as well. For somebody here is telling you to pay attention to your work. All right, so there's that. All right, so there's the dagger here. That is the overall energy, which is fears, worries, tense situation. All right, so it says be anxious for nothing. All right, work, achievement, success. And if this is somebody that is going for a new position and you're kind of worried about it or whatever, I'm going to put it to you like this. I know I get a little, you know, little anxiety in there, but baby, I'm going to put it to you like this. If you look at it like, you know what, if it's for me, source will bring it to me. All right, it'll be available to me. So with that being said, you never know. If you don't get something, a job or something like that, maybe that's not where you're supposed to be. All right. How many times have you, you know, gotten a promotion or whatever, or got a new job and the money is money, and you feel me? But then when you get there, you have a corrupt system. Okay, or people that create chaos in the workspace or just wanting to make things difficult for you. All right, the money starts to not look so good after what you figure that you're putting up with. Okay, so you have work, achievement, success. All right, be careful, don't take risk. All right, and you are protected from negative forces beyond your control. So with that being said, that lets me know that maybe you do have some negative things here that may be trying to block what you got going on, or, you know, mess with your perception, or keep you in a lack, you know, mindset, and also in an area of lack in your life. So it says be anxious for nothing. All of your needs will be met, right? All right, but you got to do the work. First of all, remove what is blocking your growth. All right, this could be people that you're in relationship with, old mindsets, you know, covenants that you have come in agreement with other people and things like that. Also, look at your spiritual life, baby. Okay, because sometimes, you know, you can be around some folks that call themselves holy, 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 but man, there's holes there. Okay, so there's that. So just be mindful of what you come in agreement with, be it your mindset, the contracts that you sign, and all of these things like this in your relationships here as well. All right, and be mindful of the crawly, creepy things that may be trying to hinder your success here. All right, so there's that. All right, so there could be some negativity that is around you, but it's telling you to use your intuition here. All right, listen with intent to understand. All right, there's that, and move forward, sweetheart. All right, some of the best things that you can do is check your circle frequently, because sometimes you align with certain people at a certain time, and then there's other times, you know, yeah, I kind of feel like, you know what, after 5 or 6 years of being in this situation, I'm ready to move on and thinking differently, growing differently, but my surroundings are still on that same BS. You understand? It could be somebody that, hey, you know what, they used to hit the clubs and all of that, but then you start noticing that even though you're going through different clubs or whatever, everybody's doing the same thing. Half of the people done slept with each other and are trying to sleep with you. And then on top of that, when you start learning, you start growing, especially spiritually, you don't vibrate with that stuff anymore. All right? So with that being said, sometimes you got to say goodbye to some people. All right? So some people, places, and things. All right? So for somebody here, you got somebody coming in here. All right? So I like this for you. Give me messages for Scorpio. All right, so definitely decisions being made here. All right, especially to heal from whatever happened in the past. Look at this, and go towards your wish fulfillment. For someone here, you could have had a long-term relationship or friendship with somebody, or even, like I said, a contract with the job, 5, 6 years, something like that. I don't know. But it looks all nice and serene, and you know, you got the little fuzzy kitty cat and the bunny here and all this other kind of stuff, but also in some of these cups you have mice. All right, They could be cute, you know, to some folks, but they also carry disease, all right? Viruses, the hantavirus, all right? They carry fleas, which actually can cause the plague. You know, they multiply, they multiply in unbelievable numbers. So in other words, what you feed, what cups you drink from, you have to be careful, sweetheart, because you can wake up with fleas and vermin, all right? And that energy that they're in, you know, if you actually focus on that, join forces with that, you know, cheers, you come in agreement with that, you can end up in these situations here as well. So someone here, you may have gotten a clue that there's certain things that you want and need to heal from here with the star, you know, from the past, and you're withdrawing your energy from that. For some of you, you're okay with being single right about now because you know there's some inner work that needs to be done here. All right, and you're okay with that. So I like this for you. Also, on the job front, there is somebody here that may be, for somebody here, you can go back to something that you've done or an employer that you worked for in the past, and maybe they're offering another position that offers more money, more status here, okay? A lot of respect coming here for you. All right, for someone here, looks like, yeah, this could be a job. This could actually be a job. This could also be a marriage here. Also, you might be focusing more on your faith, all right? So I see you planting new seeds here as well. Yeah, and whatever it is that you're doing, baby, you're keeping it to yourself, as you should, right? All right, let's see. Let people speculate. I can't make it up. Beautiful, beautiful energy here for you. You're taking action here. You know what you want. You know what you came for. All right. For somebody here, you can have multiple streams of income here as well. The one thing that I can say, yeah, you got a relationship coming in here, a partnership coming in here for you. And I think you are being divinely guided in this situation. I think you need to follow your intuition by moving forward, accepting what this is, just taking your time, especially if this is a relationship. But you also have to be careful of who's in your camp here as well. All right, you got vermin following you. Okay, so with that being said, sweetheart, somebody possibly sees the blessings that are coming into your life, or know that you are about to be abundantly blessed, and maybe they want to take from that. All right, so just be mindful of where you're investing your time, money, energy, and attention. All right, so I like this for you. It looks really good. Looks really, really good. Someone here, you could have fell back, you know, from some people, could have walked away from some people, could have left a job. All right, something that was, you know, heavy, burdensome, weighing you down. All right, so I don't know. But it looks like you got a new partnership here. Yeah. Ooh, Lord. Okay, so who you dealing with here? Okay. Definitely protecting yourself from this lower vibrational energy. Alright, and this could, like I said, it could be a whole, it could be a person, it could be a mindset, whatever that is. Alright, hell, you could leave a toxic work environment, you know? Alright, reflecting on all these things here. Look at this. Alright, so let's see. Give me messages for Scorpio, please, and thank you. Yeah, baby. Like I said, somebody's putting an end to the past. Putting an end to the past, or something that you have, or someone that you have been dealing with for a long time. This is the best thing that you can do. For some of you, you may not even give it notice. They just don't see you no more. All right, taking a leap of faith here. Look at this. You got new connections coming in that bring in stability. What? All right, so for some, I was going to say some Leo. All right, so for some Scorpio here, you have a brand new beginning here, sweetheart, in love and money. Very passionate new beginning. All right, determined to succeed. But you got to be mindful here as well. There may be somebody here that may want to block your new blessings. All right. Oops. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles, Ten of Cups. Yeah, you walking away from somebody or something Following your intuition. Yeah, because okay. So someone here may feel like you're in a connection or a job or something like that, in a relationship that may be hindering your growth. All right, so there may not be anywhere to promote or anything like that. All right, so something that you're wanting, something about this connection or this agreement. Again, I'm saying covenant. Okay, wow. With whatever this situation is, it's not serving you right now. It's actually holding you back. All right, let's see. Give me messages. So it looks like, yeah, like I said, baby, you following your intuition here. You may have just, decided to fall back from somebody here. Look at this. Gone within, started reflecting on some things here. Focusing on your healing, your wishes, your desires here. All right, and sometimes the best way to achieve that is to keep it to your damn self and just make moves. All right, like I said, somebody here, they've gotten clarity on what it is that they want, they desire here, and you're moving forward. For someone here, you could have just went silent on somebody here too. Let's see, give me messages, please, and thank you. Yes, in order to bring yourself into judgment. All right, or, ooh, okay, so I'm going to leave that just like I said it. All right, so for somebody here, yeah, it looks like you decided to fall back from somebody or something. Go within, focus on yourself here on this situation. To bring things into balance. I can't make it up. Pouring into your own cup, being patient here while things come into alignment. All right, so Scorpio, there could be somebody here that feels pretty pissed off because you have left them out in the cold here. There's 5 of Swords and 5 of Pentacles. You close out a cycle with someone. And like I said, this could be a job, relationship, friendship. I don't know what kind of ship it is. But you are selling away from this situation. Sell away, sell away, sell away. All right, so there might be some communication coming in regarding this situation here too. For some of you or someone here, you may not have totally cut this person off, but you may have stopped interacting with them as much, not telling them your business and things like that. For someone here, if this is on the job, people might start to say that you are antisocial and things like that. No, it's just y'all messy and I don't need you up in my business. I came in here to make my money, not friends, right? That part. All right, so as long as my check ain't changing, we don't have a problem. But I see that I have outgrown this space, so it's time for me to move on. All right, so let's see. Yeah, it's time for me to take action here. Look at this, going towards your 10 of Pentacles. This is something that you have been waiting for a minute. Look at this. All right, and then on top of that, wow, you may have somebody around you that's kind of, a little shady. But like we did say, the card said earlier, you are being protected from negative forces against you. All right, so there's that. Somebody here may want to try to keep you off balance. So just be mindful, like I said, of the relationships that you find yourself in. Yeah, and keep your business to yourself. All right, so let's see. Give me messages, please, and thank you. Like I said. Ooh, look at this. Okay, so for somebody here, there may be, like I said, a contract, a connection, a relationship, friendship, whatever this is, a mindset here. But whatever this is something that you made a decision to come in agreement with. This could literally be a job or a relationship. It's no growth here. And this may make you feel some type of way, but you're a realist, okay? You realize that, you know what? I got to pull my energy back from this situation, okay? Oh, why am I getting strong-armed? Somebody might try to strong-arm you to keep you in this connection or whatever. I don't know. But it looks like you know the truth about this situation and deciding to cut this off. You may have been getting downloads from Source, your higher power here. All right, telling you, hey, you know what, heads up, baby. All right, you know that thing that you want, you're not getting it because of this situation right here. That's why it's taking so long. All right, so you know that money that you want, that, you know, that house that you said that you want, you're not going to be able to afford that here. All right. Now, I know you like these people, at least some of them. You love what you do. Whatever it is, you're good at what you do, but you've outgrown the space. All right. For some of you, you got moved into a position, that job, that relationship, because somebody needed your kindness, you know, your wisdom, you know. Somebody may not have gotten something signed, may not have gotten some type of services, may not have gotten the medications that they needed, but because you were there, all right, somebody may have had a mistake on some type of document that was very important to them. Maybe you're the one that caught it, all right, and corrected it. All right, it is what it is. You never know why you were placed where you are, but I can tell you one thing, it's time for you to move on. Because, oh, I can't make it up. It's time for you to move on, right? And that just landed over here on the High Priestess, right? Look at that. It's time for you to close that cycle out, withdraw from that situation, and be ready to move on, all right? So there could be something here that you are literally looking at from a different point of view. Like I said, I've saw, I understand the assignment, okay? Absolutely. So withdraw this energy from whatever this is that you've been pouring into and focus on whatever it is that you want in your life, okay? I mean, after all, you asked for it and it's about to show up. But you got to be willing to let go of what is not serving you. And it's kind of crazy because I noticed that there are some people that will stay in a situation or deal with somebody that they don't really like, and they will hold on to that person until they meet somebody new. And then once they meet somebody new, then they'll start letting go of the other person. Once they're sure that they got this new person locked in, they'll either drop the old person real quick with no mercy at all, you know what I mean? Or they'll just gradually kind of like, you know, fade into the bushes like Homer Simpson. I'm just saying. So with that being said, sweetheart, life is not like monkey bars. You gotta let it go. Let it go. Free your hands up. Free that energy. Focus on yourself. Heal. Ask Source to bring in whatever it is that you desire in your life. And ask Source, if it is not good for you, show it to you or remove it. Or just don't let it align with you at all. Just keep it over there. Alright, if it's not for me, I don't want it. Alright, so there's that. Give me messages, please, and thank you for Scorpio. Alright, so, and I don't know what made me say all this stuff in this reading, but maybe it'll resonate with somebody. I don't know. Alright, so shining your light. Your purpose in this connection is to guide someone to find healing light. You will assist in their awakening. Isn't that funny? Alright, like I said, you may be in somebody else's life for their purpose, not for yours. All right, so you have been, what you have been through can only make you stronger. The worst is over. All right, because you learned some things. You came, you did, you saw, you conquered, and now it's time to move on. Your family loves you and can offer the support that you seek. Okay, there are obstacles ahead, but you'll get through this. Old patterns. One cannot evolve if choices around old but comfortable patterns. Let me get that all over again because I did not read what was on this card. Alright, it says old patterns. One cannot evolve if choices around old, comfortable but destructive habits remain. It's time to evaluate those choices. And it kind of looks like this is what you're doing, sweetheart. If you're wanting, you know, happiness, abundance, marriage, and things like that, you got to let go of what is holding you back from receiving that, okay? All right, so if you got somebody that's only giving you the wine and the wop and you want commitment, you got to sacrifice that. I know you like it. Hey, you like that thing they do. But, baby, your person that's coming in, don't worry about nothing. That's going to align with you perfectly, all right? And although you don't see it, there's a divine plan at work, okay? So go with the flow, baby. I'm just saying. It is what it is. Go get what you deserve, all right? Be patient enough to wait for it, but while you are waiting, do not be idle. There's a whole bunch of stuff that you can do for yourself and for others while you are waiting for your person, okay? You never know. You could be out there handing out food at a soup kitchen or something like that. Whatever it is, you know, and your person might be, you know, ladling stuff in bowls right next to you. You never know. All right, sweetheart, but this is what I got for you. Congratulations. Take your time. Take your time and enjoy the season, okay? All right, bye.